Hey there, Clive Jeffrey here from clivejeffrey.com, coming to you again today from my home office here in beautiful sunny St. Augustine, Florida. And in today's video, we're going to look at how you go about advertising on Facebook, so stay tuned. Now firstly, before we get into me actually showing you how to go ahead and set up an ad, there's 5 things that you need to really get clear in your mind before you actually go about doing it. And that is, firstly, what product and service you're going to advertise. Now you might have a range of products, and you want to be very clear that you don't want to do a scattered approach. You want to pick one particular thing and target in on that. The next thing is you've got to have clear in your mind who your actual target market is. And within that, you need to come up with a custom avatar. So that's a specific person who fits the criteria of that demographic that you're targeting. So you want to actually break it down to and make up an individual, even name them, figure out where they live. Obviously, it's a fictitious person, but what they do for a job, their income levels, are they married, are they single, and have this very clear image of who you're talking to, and then create your ad and address it as if you're talking to that just one person. That's critically important if you want to get a real good return on your advertising money, because it's very easy to lose money regardless of the platform you're advertising on if you try the shotgun approach. So then once you've got all that clear, then the next thing that we want to do is come up with the actual call to action that you're going to have on the ad. What are you going to get them to do? Do you want them to go and register to get more information, or whatever the call to action you want to have? You have to have that very clear in your mind. And then the last thing that you want to have organized is the budget that you're going to spend, so broken down to a daily basis, and then also work out how long you want that ad to run. That way you know what sort of money you are prepared to invest over what time period. So once you've got those 5 areas clear in your mind, then we can go about setting up an ad. So let's go into my Facebook fan page, and I will show you how to set up a basic ad. See you on the inside. Welcome back. Here we are on my fan page. So if you want to come and check it out by chance, it's facebook.com/Clive Jeffrey Training, and you're welcome to come and check it out, and there's lots of different information that you probably find helpful with all your marketing there too. Now what you want to do, what I'm going to actually show you here, is the very basic of the Facebook advertising, and that's to do a boosted post. Now one thing you must realize that I didn't mention earlier is that you can only do any form of Facebook advertising on an actual fan page or business page. You can't do it from your personal profile. So you need to set up a fan page, which is pretty easy to do. It's there's lots of instructions around to actually go ahead and do that. If you get stuck, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you out. But then what you do is you basically, let's just go and have a look at one. You basically create a post as if you were just going to, even just like what you do on your profile. You set up a post, and I strongly recommend that you have an image, and the image is going to be attractive. Again, always keeping in mind your customer avatar that we are talking about, something that's going to appeal to them and must be eye-catching, basic common sense when it comes to advertising. One point to note, that Facebook has some very strict advertising guidelines, so I strongly recommend you look those up and read them. One of the big things that people get caught out on is that they have a rule where you can only have 20% of the area of your image in text. So any more than that, they won't approve your ad, and if you repeatedly try and get them done, they're going to shut down your ad account, and Facebook is pretty ruthless about doing it. So in the description of this video, there's actually a link to not only a more in-depth training that is a 90-minute tutorial plus a 77-page PDF that you can really study and become proficient at Facebook advertising and bring you into profits very quickly. But this basic one that I'm going to do today is going to be very helpful. So I'm also in the description, there's a link to a training on how to avoid Facebook jail. So strongly recommend you check that out as well. But just as I mentioned, you want to have an image that has no more than 20% of the area covered in your text. As I say, Facebook just won't approve your ad. Now, once you've got that eye-catching image, then you just do your copy, and you want to have a call to action. Now, this is not an ad, but you want to have click here for more action, for more information, that type of thing. But very, very clear call to action is important if you want to get, there's no point in just getting your ad in front of people if it's not going to get a result for you, because the whole purpose, as you're aware, is to get a result. So once we've got the image set up and we've got our basic copy written for our ad, now it could be something like, let me see if I can find another one just to show you what I mean here. Let's go down a bit. Here's one, like this one's actually for a webinar, but I've got a bit of a video going there, but there's a very clear call to action here. Click the link below to register for the webinar. So have a very clear call to action. Now you can either boost a video post like this or an image post, but since we're talking about an image post, we'll go ahead and do that, but the process is exactly the same. All you do is you simply click this boost post button down below there, and then it's going to bring up this page here. Now on this page you're going to be able to select or create an audience that you want the ad to appear in front of. Now you can basically click this one here and it'll just allow you to edit the audience, and this is where I like to just find, being in the home business niche, what I do is I find a high profile person within the niche, and they normally have a bunch of fans and followers, and I target their audience because my message is going to be attractive to them. So for in this instance I've selected Ray Higdon. Now Ray Higdon's a very high profile home business marketer, so I know his audience is going to appeal to mine. So and then you can select the countries that you want to market in. I strongly suggest you only do one interest and one country per ad. You can set up lots of different ones, but that way you might have, say, select 2 countries, and like USA and Canada, and you might find that you're getting some good results, but you don't know if they're coming from Canada or America. So you want to be able to distinctly see where your traffic is coming from. Now here's where you can select the person. So for example, for the interests, so now I'm going to put in here Ray Higdon, and there he is. Just click that, and that's the interest I want, and that's simply all I need to do. And I just click save, and then that's going to be the audience that my ad is going to appear in front of, is his Ray Higdon fans. Now if I want to create a new audience, I can just click over here, and again that allows me to just basically go through the process that we've just done. Select you can just name your audience. That way if you come to do an ad again and you want to use that same audience because you've had a good result, you can just look for this titled audience that you've created. So I like, for my niche, I find I like to select United States, an age group of between 45 and 65. I feel that baby boomer demographic is one that I can relate to, but you can choose whatever you want, whatever suits you, and I like men and women, and again that interest of Ray Higdon. So just get out of there. Then we go down and it's got the budget and duration. Now you can do a minimum of $1 per day, which is great, but you have to do that for, you don't have to be 7 days to get that. So what I like to do, it all depends on, I find $5 a day I get a really good amount of reach, because obviously the more you spend per day, the more exposure you're going to get. So just whatever suits your budget though. So but as I say, you can do as little as $1 a day. Now but you have to do it for, you have to book it for a period of 7 days to get that $1 a day, and then but you can pause it after a day if you find you're not getting the results you want, and you're not going to get charged. So it's pretty simple. Now here's where you choose the duration. If you want to select be more specific, you can just click on that and choose your dates. I like to just do it for a day, monitor my results, and if I want to keep going, I just add some more money. Now this is, here you can actually choose a pixel. This is more complicated, but you don't need to worry about this. This is if you're tracking people and creating an audience of people that come and visit your ad. You can actually put a cookie on them and then go back and target just those people in the future. But that, as I say, is in the in-depth training that I've got in the description of this video. So once we've selected that, it just choose your payment method, and I simply push boost the post, click here, and then it'll go through to Facebook for approval. It normally takes about 15 minutes, and then your ad will be live, up and running. I'm not going to click boost now because this is there's no call to action or anything on this, so it's no point in me doing that. But that's all you would do, and simple as that, you've got your first ad up and running. So I use these posts quite a lot, more than any of the other kinds. They're really nice and simple to do, and I recommend that you do them yourself. It's a good way to start, get your feet wet, and start seeing the results that you can get. So hopefully you've got some value from this. Now, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. As I say, you can come and reach me on Facebook. If you're here on YouTube, there should be a button just down here where you can subscribe to my channel. And, you know, I will put a link on this page here. You'll see it up above where you can click through and connect with me directly on my blog. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. You know, I'm a real person and I'm here to help. And now be sure to check out those in-depth trainings that are in the description of this video, because you'll get a lot of value from them. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you got value, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers.